Thavarani is the founder and the director of Convergent Designs. He has more than 11 years of hand-on experience in the field of client management, quantity surveying, contract management, cost management, procurement, sourcing, and overall project coordination. He has specialized in providing single point of contract service for all client needs in all phases of the project.
Hi Amit, this is Krishani Poddar. I'm a community manager at Startup Lanes. I'm delighted that you have taken out time for this interview. Okay, so how did you come up with the idea of your startup?
So basically, there are two important things which made me to come up with my own company named as Convergence Design. So we are into design and build fit out space, mainly interior fit out spaces for commercial, residential, hospitality projects. So the first idea was about creating unique opportunities of service. Okay, serviceability is something which I wanted to target in the given market. It's been a market with full of potential customers, competitors, but one thing which I could see is which still needs improvement, still needs standardization, is providing right kind of service to the right people at right time. Okay, so one part, as I said, serviceability. Second part, creating that trust and reliable bond with your end user, that's your customer, is something which I have been always practicing. I wanted to do something being in the decision making process and providing that unique opportunity to the customer, even who are coming from non-organized sectors like individual shop owners, small time businessmen, small offices. It's a huge industry which needs service. They are demanding service, but they are not able to open up. So to give them that coordinated effort, to give them that trust and reliability, okay, even though being local, you can enjoy the global standards of service. That was the phenomenal part which I wanted to touch base, and through that thought process came up my company called as Convergence Design.
That's great. So, what was the most difficult part in the earliest stage of the company's growth?
So the very first part is, since I told you I have been in this industry and domain since last 12 years. By this time I was known like a lead for XYZ company, or head for this ABC company. Every time I was backed up with a global company or a multinational company which was giving me a certain designation. So I was enjoying that position, I was enjoying that privilege. Now coming in the market on your own, so now standing as an individual is something, has its own pros and cons. So I faced it on the pro side. It was a good thing that I was independently taking decisions, but the most difficult part is inculcating that trust and that reliability. Standing on your own is something, approaching people, giving them that confidence is something which I'm still working on, because my company is still new. It's just 6 months I have started. I'm learning, not the hard way but smart way, I will say.
That's right. So, what was the gap in the market that you identified?
Yep. So the very first thing which I mentioned in the introduction also is three parameters I wanted to leverage and give more confidence to the end users. One is the trust part, second is the reliability, and third is the service part. So what happens in the industry is, a lot of people, while clinching the project, getting the projects, people promise a lot, but when it comes to delivery, there are certain things which are left behind. There are time overruns, there are cost overruns. So the very first thing was, why we cannot create something which is exactly as what we have promised and what we have delivered. So how we will do it? Once we establish that trust, once we establish that reliability, and once we will be vocal and transparent enough with the client. So having said this domain, profit margins is not something which I'm looking to maximize. Client satisfaction and reliability is something which I want to master over, and that's the part which I will be working on, and that's the core principle of my business, and that's why I started get going into this domain and started working on it.
Okay, so can you explain your business model?
Yeah, we are into different services. First of all, we come from the background of fit out. So what is fit out? I'll explain you. Fit out is mainly once a building is ready, the civil work is done, whatever interior arrangements you need to do in terms of services, what kind of ACs you want to do, what kind of aesthetics you want to put in, how the office should look, how your commercial space should look, that all comes under fit out space. So something which is fitted as per the client's need. So this is the segment which we deliver or kind of work for. There are certain services which we provide. One is the entire right from concept inception, that is design and build service. So we will design for our clients right from the concept stage. If someone shows me a land, what they want to do, what potential can be done, that we also do for the client. So it's called as design phase, and execution, that is called as build phase. So design and build end to end is something which is our USP. If someone wants to build with someone else, they want to do just design part with us. So as a peer design reviewer, we do workplace strategies, residential designs. That is our second service. Moving on, if someone wants more professional service as a third party from us, like a project management service or a cost consultancy service, a procurement consultant. So these are another niche services which we provide. And last but not the least, if someone has already someone in mind for the design part and they need expert advice as a turnkey solution, mind built as a turnkey solution, so we do the execution services for them as well. So it's a niche of 4 or 5 services. The idea is wherever client wants us to pitch in, we are flexible enough to come up with our own idea and merge in the system. That's why the name comes as convergence design. We will converge everything and come up with a win-win solution for the client at every stage. That's the point.
Okay, so these are the products and services you are offering to the customers, right? So who are your target customers?
So I will give a very standardized answer for it. Anybody who wants a world-class service is my customer. It can be an individual shop owner. It can be a home seeker who wants to build a second home for themselves. Someone can be having greater aspirations who want to do interiors for their own shop as per their own ideas, as per their own budgets. So anybody.
That's great. So why do your customers choose your services and products? Like why do they order again?
I will recall something here. I wanted to relate one situation here with one of the learnings which I've had from my father is, my father is we had a small chai tapri, 40 years. It was a 40 years business, and we shut it recently, few years back. So my father left his own education in between. He was into government college MBBS first year. Because of my grandfather's demise, he came back and he started with a chai tapri. Okay. So while talking with people, while doing that work, he was enjoying it so much. He created that factor of service, excellence in service in my mind. So that is something which I have taken from my father, and I will be serving in the market. Whether it can be a small job, say for example a 10,000 rupees job or a 10 crore job, any customer which will come to me, they will be having one part in common, that is excellence in service. So that's something which I'll be giving them. There will be a lot of competitors in the market, I'm not denying that, but this is something which is my USP. If I've taken something as a committed professional, there will be excellence in the service is what I can guarantee. So that's the only part I would highlight for the customers, that you will get that world-class service at a cost disruptive model. That's another angle which I will add. Excellence in service at a stone throw cost is what I have amalgamated, and this is what I will be offering. So yes, someone will like it for sure,
and they will order again.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So what are the 3 unique things about you that make you better than your competitors?
The very first part is flexibility. There is a method in construction called as lean construction. So it allows you to adapt with the varying situations and do flexible but effective construction. The same model I have incorporated in the resources for the resources with me. I provide them 3 options to work with me. The very first part is either they can be a full-time employee with me, or they can be a freelancer with me. or they can do a contractual agreement with me for a specified duration. The point is, if we will give that kind of respect and flexibility to the resources who will be shaping up my business, I will be getting that kind of respect, that kind of commitment from them. So this is something which I have created now called as lean model of the company, and that is a major USP which will allow us to work at a very flexible yet effective, cost-effective manner.
Okay.
That's part one. Yeah, that is something part one, and part two is, if there is a customer who works with me on something coming up with their requirement, I treat it as my own. Okay, what will I do if I will be at his or her place? So once I start getting into their world, things get very easy. The understandings get simplified, and the best part is once we own it up as our own thing, we'll be thinking from their angle also. So customer centric approach is what I'm trying to highlight. It's something which is really, really like a walk the talk thing for me. That will be reflected through each and every activity which we'll be doing with our clients. So these two things will be taking us far away, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. So why should a job applicant work with you?
Yeah. So very, very good question, I must say. So first of all, I do not want to take advantage of the current, desperate situation which is happening because of the situation which is happening. So first of all, we are not someone who will be taking advantage of people because of the situation out there. Second, we will be giving them the ample opportunities not only on the operational front but on the strategic front also. If someone is looking for a job, people are restricted to a certain job description that they need to do this kind of work only. As I said, my model is very lean and flexible. People are open to choose what they want to do, how they want to contribute in the company in different domains based on their capability. That capabilities are respected both in personal way in terms of appreciation and in terms of commercials, that is the incentives. So it's an incentive based system for all the resources. It's like if the company grows, the resources grow. It's a altogether growth model which will take the resources not like in resources but as true partners who will be contributing in the company's success. So I'm sure people nowadays are having a lot of dynamic approach, a lot of progressive thinking. They want to have good progress in their corporate career. So whoever will resonate with that, they will definitely get what I'm trying to say, and it's a win-win for both in a way.
Yes. So
We should
if it
respect their efforts.
yeah, right. So if it wasn't for your company, what would you be doing right now?
So something related to serving people is what I had already thought.
Okay.
It can be anything, making a cup of tea for someone, being into some political, with some political background, doing something for people. So one part is very common. I want to serve people by any means. Had that been a political career
Yeah,
or something else, but
right.
had that,
So
if this was not the case, something serving the people is what I had thought. Simple.
that's really great. So are you looking for any vendor to help you to simplify any part of your business?
Yeah, definitely. So we are looking for people who understand the design deliverables and execute it the way we show. So it's called as 3D versus actual. So whoever vendors are there, civil contractors, interior fit out contractors, who can help us take turnkey solutions, back to back solutions. They are welcome to join us. We will be scrutinizing them, and we are looking any which way. We are looking for long term partnerships. So it's a great platform to work and collaborate. We are open for the collaboration, definitely.
Okay. So what are the recent and the long-term plans of your startup?
The recent one, if you will say, is creating market presence and awareness in a very generic manner. So profits and all is not something which I'm looking for right now. I want to create awareness. I want to reach out to people, and I want to create that brand awareness, like what I'm serving, why I'm serving, and what is the end objective. If people know it in coming 6-10 months or a year, it's a win-win for me. On the long term aspects, there are certain financial goals which I have already kept in mind, like a certain CR of business I want to replicate every year. There is a growth pattern which I have already identified, that this much percentage of growth every year I want to inculcate in my business. So yes, first part, creating the awareness as a short term goal. Second part, not profit maximization but business retention along with a steady growth is something which I'm looking for a long term solution. Definitely.
Okay. So are you raising external funds, or you're planning to raise external funds in the near future?
So as far as the company, it's a proprietorship firm as of now, so it's at very nascent stage. So I understand the significance of external funds. I'm definitely open for it. As soon as my company's paperwork, or what we say on paper, if my company is eligible to raise it, I'm definitely on for it, for sure.
Okay. So lastly, what is your feedback on Startup Planes?
So something, I'll tell you an interesting story why I connected with Startup Planes is, you guys are like me. It's very simple. You are the voice of the masses. So something which is very desi yet gives very professional service is something which I could resonate with my company model, and I could see that you guys are creating that cost disruption in the market. You guys are trying to do something for the largely untouched masses of Indian economy, and as a larger picture, you want to contribute to the Indian economy, which is a great cause. So it's a really great work on the personal front also, on the social front also, and just keep doing that work. It's something, a great cause that you guys are causing some disruption, I would say.
Thank you so much, Amit. Is there anyone you would like to thank for supporting you in this journey?
Definitely, it's all about my family, my mom, dad, my elder brother, my wife, some of my ex-colleagues who really motivated me to take this thing. There were certain incidences, I would not name them, some ex-colleagues which taught me what I should not do in my life. So I'm thankful to this handful bunch of people who really kind of pushed me out of my discomfort zone to a comfort zone, and now I can think, okay, this is what I wanted to do, and this is what I'll be continuing doing.
Right. Okay, so now we have come to the end of this interview. Thank you so much, Amit. It was great talking to you. I'm sure that the information that you provided to us in this course of interview will be helping the other budding entrepreneurs and the founders to pave their way to success. We hope to connect with you in the near future. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me. What a great time. Thank you.